This is Shelley Kraft coming to you live on SNNLive. We're at the 2016 Marcum MicroCap conference here in New York City. I have with me Curt Thornton, ProVision 3D Media. It's a publicly traded company and the symbol is PVHO. Curt, welcome to SNNLive.
Shelley, thank you very much for having me here today.
It's good to have you. Let's start out with the story on ProVision.
Well, ProVision 3D Media is a technology-based technology company that allows us to take true holographic 3D content, project it holographically into the space, and we're currently using that technology inside retail stores for the purpose of advertising inside the stores.
Okay, where does the technology come from? Let me start there.
Well, the technology is really coming out of the entertainment industry. We started many years ago really leveraging our expertise and knowledge from the entertainment industry and really wanted to take the technology from the theme park arena and bring it to the masses, and that's really how we started. So that's where our roots were from, and now we want to take it to the masses through the retail channels of stores nationwide.
How do you make money? Where does the revenue derive from?
Well, the revenue for ProVision really comes from recurring advertising revenue. You know, we put together our 3D holographic platforms for the purpose of going in stores to unique retailers across the country, and using that platform, we want to provide advertising inside the store for all the manufacturers that are inside the store, so they can get cool, fun, interesting content across our 3D holograms brought to life inside the stores. So it's really a recurring advertising revenue-based business model for us.
Does it have a particular demographic where it works better than others?
Well, from a demographic point of view, each retailer is unique. Whether it's a millennial on the low end in some of the high fashion clothing stores to retail pharmacies that might be more skewed to a demographic on the female, 45 to 64, if you're in a retail pharmacy arena. So the demographics are really focused on the unique retailer itself.
Getting back to revenues for a minute,
yes.
Without getting too deep into it, I'm looking at the cost of producing your hologram. It can't be cheap, but at the same time, it can't be too expensive to the retail store to bring it into the store and pay you for advertising.
Well, that's correct. The business model is fairly simple. We really try to take and offer the platform to the retailers at little or no cost, so we can provide a very eye-catching platform that's going to really attract the eyeballs of the consumers coming to the store. So we try to make it very affordable at low or no cost to them. But producing the content is another thing. And each major brand that wants to advertise, whether it's any of the major brands you see in a store today, whether it's Coca-Cola or one of the pharmaceutical companies that wants to reach the consumer, the content is fairly simple because it's all digital media. All the content that are typically produced for television or any kind of other digital media platform, we actually use those assets, and the cost can range from as low as $500 to $1,000 for a 10 or 15 second advertisement to maybe upwards to $2,000, $3,000, which is very affordable, especially when you can utilize that content across all the stores in the retailer.
Give us an example of a very successful hologram that you've used and where you've used it.
Well, currently we're in a national retail pharmacy chain across the U.S. Probably one of the most famous ones that we've done is for an antacid product. You would recognize the jingle in your local TV station as you see their TV ads run across the country. But we've made a 15-second 3D commercial that utilizes that same jingle with some very creative content created by the brand itself to be able to reach the consumers in a fun way. And because we're floating holograms, it becomes very interactive where people want to put their hand through the hologram and really play with it. And it really becomes a very immersive and fun experience.
You bring up a very good point that I'm curious about. Is your sell-through to the advertising agency, or is it directly to the retail stores?
Well, it's a great question. Our sell-through really starts with the retailers. In the beginning, our first challenge was to make sure we could find a large national retail chain that would be able to draw massive amounts of consumers to the store. And with that, we have our first national footprint with a retail pharmacy chain. So that's the first sell-through. And then secondly, once we've got that platform and we install the content, really the technology platform inside the store, our next sell-through is reaching out to all the manufacturers, all the major brands that you would find in your local store, whether it's a pharmacy or a grocery store, and really reach out to them and educate them on the value of advertising in the store, specifically used in our 3D holographic platform, and really showing that we can make a difference in sales lift in the store, brand recognition, and that becomes a second sale through, and we're really excited about that.
You have such a competitive, complex, getting on the shelves in retail business. So naturally, if you can work with the brands that are trying to get on the shelf and have the brands pay for the hologram in the store and the retailer has zero cost, what is that principle about?
Well, that's a great question, and getting the retailers to accept a new cutting-edge platform, disruptive technology. The real benefit here to the retailer is we help them sell more products in the store. So other than being a partner with us, where we might share some of the advertising revenue that comes in, the real benefit to the retailer is they want to sell more products in the store, and we help them accomplish that. But equally important is for the brands. They're trying to break through the clutter in a store. There is just so much noise in the store from posters and signs and other forms of media that's trying to capture the eyeballs. And with a floating hologram, we can actually break through that clutter as disruptive technology, and we're demonstrating we can break through that clutter and really make a difference in sales lift in the stores. What's
your background?
Well, I'm a undergrad degree in engineering, and we've got an MBA from Pepperdine University in Los Angeles. So we've got a good combination of technical and business acumen that, combined with 30 years of experience, that helps us accomplish the task at hand.
Curt, let's get your website out there for more information.
Our website is www.provision.tv.
Ladies and gentlemen, Curt Thornton, Provision 3D Media. It's a publicly traded company, and the symbol is PVHO. I'm Shelley Kraft. This is SNNLive, and we're coming to you live from the 2016 Marcum MicroCap Conference in New York City. Curt, thanks for coming on to SNNLive.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you.